Suppose that we want to find the inverse of this function here. Let's try two examples here today, beginning with this one. Recall that your first step would be to rename f of x as just y. And then your next step would be to take all x's and y's and to switch them. So we get x equals 3 above y plus 8. And then you must solve for y. Let's get rid of this denominator. How about we put the denominator in parentheses? And then we can multiply both sides by that parentheses, y plus 8. Y plus 8, both sides, the denominator. So here they're gone. Let's go ahead and divide both sides by x. So that here, these are gone. And so we're left with y plus 8 equals 3 above x. And then just move the 8 to here to the right-hand side, and you're basically finished. And then just call it what it should be called. The answer should be called the inverse of f. So f inverse of x is equal to 3 above x and then minus 8 behind that. Check that off the list. Let's just do one more example of a harder case, and then we can stop right there. So let's finish with this one here. And something along these lines is what you're likely to see on the next exam. We have y equals x plus 1 over x minus 4. Now, switch all x's and all y's. So we get x equals y plus 1 over y minus 4. And kind of like we did in the previous example, let's get rid of this denominator. So let me keep the denominator in parentheses and then multiply both sides by that denominator, y minus 4. Yeah, y minus 4, both sides in parentheses, y minus 4. How about we distribute this x? So we get back, this would say x times y minus 4 times x equals y plus 1. So here's my recommendation. Anything with a y, move it to the left. Stuff without the y, move it to the right. This will stay where it is because it has a y. This y there, let me subtract it to the other side. And this minus 4x, let me plus it. Let me add it to the right. So rearrange these pieces, you'll get this. X times y minus y equals 1 plus 4 times x. Now everything on the left has a y in common, which means you can factor y out. You can take away y as a common factor, like that. And the point of that is, look, you've written the letter y one time instead of 2 times, which makes it easier to get alone. To get y alone is just to divide. Just divide by x minus 1. These are gone. Y is alone. Call it what it should be called, the inverse of g. So final answer, g inverse of x equals 1 plus 4x over x minus 1. Box this in. And again, before you go, just remember, you're likely to see one like this on your next exam.